What is up, people? Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the stream where I'm going to be creating some more characters in Stone's RHG Universe. Pulled directly from TikTok commenters, just using their name and a random color. I make RHG characters to add into what we're now calling Stone's RHG Universe. And today I wanted to show off at the beginning here this art done by Queenly of the two brothers, Neptune and Ultra Savior. Check it out. Touchmate, Oranger, what's up? What's up, Rattle Them Bones? How you doing, guys? Did you miss me? Oh yeah. Pyro, what's up, what's up? Isn't this sweet? I eat my seeds, sorry. I think this is sweet. You know what? I wonder if I can... I think I want to put this on the side here. I think it's this right here. What if I change this? Yeah, I think that's cool. It's kind of neat. This is once again created by Queenly, so the tag can stay the same on top. Question, I wonder, could I do this? Let me try something here. Wait a minute. Can I just shave off a little bit of the sides here? Will you guys get upset not being able to see my buttons? So I think it'd be cool to be like this. You know what I mean? What? Apply. Downloads. This one. Open. There we go. Hold on. But why is it stretched weird? What the? That was weird. It got like stretched all awkward for a second there. Hold on. I wonder why it's doing that. Oh well. I think that's cool. Something a little different, yeah. Agent Smith, call me Pyro. I'm just kind of like setting up the stream a little bit. We had some art done by Queenly, and I think it's really cool, showcasing the two brothers here. And I thought it might be cool to show it off a little bit, you know? How's that? I don't know if that's centered, but that's pretty cool, right? What if I put her like this? I'm getting this set up. I think that's cool. Yeah, some stream borders. Why not? That's fun, right? And we're gonna work on some more characters into the Stone RHG Universe. Yeah. Yeah. We're actually going to be talking a little bit about the Stone's RHG Universe tomorrow on DojoCast. We are actually going to be live tomorrow, not today. Renz is up next. Let's open up Cassia. She was the last one created. And let's also open up the brothers for describing what's going on here. What's up, Mr. Guy? Up next is Renz. You know the drill. Let's get rid of everything. Let's grab our color and get off to the races, shall we? Boop, another green. Okay. We like green. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I made a post on TikTok. And on this post, that's really loud, on TikTok, I'm adding people as honorary characters into this universe by stating, all you have to do is leave a comment and a follow, and I'll make you a character in this world. What's up, Donnie? All you have to do is leave a comment and be following. That's it. And you're going to see the process right now. We have Renz. I have a random color. I linked it. You should see the link in the chat. It's not the pin, it's the other one. I always start off by just kind of drawing some shapes. I can also take inspiration from our previous lists to see if they maybe are part of some other species that already exists, like whatever species Raxdem is and Elstevie. Hello, Mr. Guy. Or maybe they're from the same region as Spectre. Or maybe one of the Rosk and Doot brothers. Maybe I make another old character or maybe a young character. Maybe they're evil. Maybe they're good. Maybe they're an alien. I don't know. Renz. Just drawing shapes to get started. Sometimes different poses give me ideas. Maybe it's a heavy. I like drawing heavies like this. They have these big wide stances. Sometimes their limbs aren't all the way connected. It makes them seem a little bit more brutish. You follow my TikTok? Thank you. There is currently 87 currently, and that's without adding any more in the last couple of days. So like Agent Smith just got on there, but my goal is, and what I want to do, and I'm going to try to figure out how to do, like, get funding or something to do this, is I want to make this a huge universe where I'm animating all of these characters against each other in a huge tournament, one-on-one tournament between Team Neptune and Team Ultra Savior, Team Hades, Team Zeus, in other words, to make it simple to describe at the very least. Because I want nothing more than to bring all these characters to life. So I'm gonna do that. That's what I want to do with my time. And I want to share the process with you guys. If you're animating them, it's not going to be easy. Well, I made them with animation in mind. So at the very least, I do know that all these characters, for me personally, are animation ready. But the dedication will be definitely be massive. Renz. Rends makes me think of like a tar brand. Makes you think of rendering something asunder. This process isn't always very linear, you know? There's a lot of, like, messing around and just kind of doodling things until something, like, bubbles to the surface. Especially, I find, in the beginning. When I'm just starting. Because I really haven't, like, reached flow state. I'm not really in that mode yet, you know what I mean? I have done it! Let me see. Yep, I see you. There we go. Okay. Oh, that was kind of neat. Hold on. What does that mean? Huh. That did something to me. What does that mean? Sometimes just random stuff happens and it triggers something. I wouldn't want to necessarily animate a bunch of these like circles all over his body randomly, but can they mean something? That was unique. Gotta let it simmer. What does this mean? Random thoughts, no suggestions, no customizations. It gets way too sticky. They're purely off of my creativity and in collaboration with people that are in chat too. Just terrible acne, right? He is kind of like, green is kind of like a gooey color, like a goopy green. Should it be one of the cursed people? Or have I done too many of those recently? I will say, just so you know, I only do them at about a pace of about 2 an hour. You know? So, if you do it like this, if I 2 of them in an hour, you know, we have basically 15, or almost 30 of them, right? 28. So, roughly 15 hours of my lives until we get to you. Just as a expectations, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. Just so you know. I'm just thinking. Like, I feel like there's something to do with these bubbles. What about if the bubbles are like I'm trying so hard not to be that one My Hero Academia character, though. I don't want to do the idea that comes to mind that is so similar to that purple guy on My Hero. He has borrowed brainstorm ideas from chat occasionally, but nothing like creating a custom character. Exactly. It's a collaborative thing with people who are in chat, but it's not like chat is necessarily building it, but I definitely do appreciate like inspirational concepts coming from chat. But I can't promise that I'm taking anything as a guarantee. I just roll with whatever feels right, you know? This makes him look like a clown, kind of. Could it be one of the clown brothers? We have a couple clowns already, right? We have Not Me, Hobble Bobo. Is there any other clown creatures? No. Maybe he's a clown creature. If he is a clown creature, what would make him be a creepy clown creature? And why? It's still not lost on me that he's like green, you know? I want some sort of something to do with green to matter for some reason, you know? Let's see if I give him a face, if it tells me a little bit more about the character. Sometimes I just draw a random face and then something else happens to me in my thoughts. He still does feel a little bit like a villain to me. Oh, you know, it'd be kind of weird. What if these things could like detach, like they're like puppet strings, but they're still attached? Hold on, let me cook. I have an idea. Hold on. Ew. Yeah, it's a clown puppet monster. But hold on. You gotta give him a creepy pose too. Okay. Now it feels similar to the pirate clown from One Piece. I've only watched a little bit of One Piece. My kid would tell me about it though, for sure. What if he has the ability to spawn these orbs that he connects to himself? Like this is like the illustration of like another orb being spawned. Hello. And they could like he could pull them from his head if he needs them quickly. But he also spawns them. So I can imagine using this as a whip or even a mace. Like he can even have one that's like almost like a weapon. Like such. We can make this like rigid. They're almost like magnetic. I like this. This is cool. See what I mean? Like, that's what I mean by it just rolls off the top from creativity. This all came from, I accidentally did a splotch on his head like that when I was Control-Zing. And now he has like these magnetic ball orbs, I guess you could say, that he connects to in some sort of like elastic way. You've learned a lot about creating characters watching my streams. I love that. Because I'll be honest with you, when I started this, I was not confident about my ability to create a lot of characters. But now I feel like I have almost like a... It's a very loose system, but I feel like I have a system nonetheless, you know? Like, what if this is like being swung also? Kind of neat. Connor, what's up, buddy? Yeah, it's been a couple days. Took a little break, but I have not stopped thinking at all. I have not stopped thinking even for a little bit. Yeah, isn't that art awesome? Queenly did a killer job. We have the brothers on the left and right of us now. Team Neptune and Team Ultra Savior. And I think that's so cool. Now, I wonder what kind of effect these orbs can have, if any. I think it would be cool if they do have some kind of effect. I think it'd be sweet if she could do some art for the tournament, but... oh, wait a minute. That's kind of fun. I guess it really doesn't sell clown as much as I want to, though. I want them to be like part of like the clown people, the clown culture of some kind. Are there going to be teams randomized, like who's on which side? Kami, we actually went through it on stream, and a streaming we went person by person, and we decided if the person gives us Team Ultra Savior vibes or Team Neptune vibes. And we did that for every single character that's created already. The current count is 31 Ultra Savior and 30 Neptune. That's purely random, and it's that close based on that alone. Exploding on contact is fun. I try not to use that too much, because exploding on contact is like, I guess like pretty easy to jump to, you know? I try not to overdo it though. I agree. I feel like exploding would be solid, but it's almost like too easy, you know? What else could they do? Stick to the person and try to envelop them. I think I have a bunch of sticky people already. Flowers, water squirters, and such. I try to and also not make it too diverse. Like, I think that's a cool idea, Mr. Guy, but it can get kind of lost in the viewer if all of a sudden all these things start doing different things. Gas orbs. That might be kind of cool. They like explode in gas. Hold on, let me try something. We might have something there. I have a little idea. Let me see if I can execute it. Maybe, hold on. Maybe. It hates when I hit alt. I love alt. Alt is so useful. Maybe like they explode in poison gas? Don't turn them into spiders like onions. Don't let me do that. Yeah, laughing gas would be funny. All you have to do is leave a comment and be following me on my TikTok. Leave a comment on this post right here. Give me just a second. Sorry. Yeah, poison. So he creates orbs that are attached to him in some way that can explode in a poison laughing gas. I would just say a poisonous gas, because laughing gas, I don't want to have to, like, I'm keeping animation in mind the whole time, right? I don't want to have to think like, okay, this person was just hit with a laugh with the smoke bomb. Now I have to force them to stop what they're doing to laugh. You know what I mean? Oh, wait a minute. Happy accident made cool. His head is one too. Yo, his head is an orb too. So like if you punch him, his head can explode into gas and he can grow it back. And he thinks it's hilarious. He thinks it's hilarious. Not a neck. It's a detachment. I want to look happy. What's up, Kadu? What if, hear me out, hold on. I have an idea for the poison clouds. What if I can make a radial gradient? Hold on, let me experiment. We're experimenting. No, I hate when I do this. When you hold shift, it'll change the axis of the canvas, and I don't mean to do that. I have an idea. Let me experiment. Blend. Let's give it an add, first of all, to start. Okay, it's invisible right now. Subtract. Wait, why is it 100% invisible? Okay. Oh, it's not invisible. Okay. What happens if I glow it? Dark. We're experimenting. I have there's something here, maybe. Tint. I like kind of making them look icky. Multiply. No. Darken? No. Hard light's kind of fun. Let's see how hard light stacks. Ugh. I feel like there's something in my head, and it's just not really coming out how I want it to. You know what I mean? And that's okay. It happens sometimes. That's kind of... Oh. That might be it. That might be it. Now I need to swap these. That's closer. What do you want to do exactly? What? What do you want to do? Are you talking to me? I have this, like, I want it to look like ominous. And so I have like a very loose idea. Overlay might be it. Yeah. Yeah. Because then I think I can rotate these. The final boss? I haven't played Stick Wars in a long time. I worked on Stick Wars for a while. Well, some aspects of it, I guess. Not the direct project. There's some other related projects when I worked for Stick Page. What if I take all of this now and I make it one thing and lower the opacity on it? Yeah. I want this to be like, yeah! It makes these things look a little more stinky. It adds a little more depth to them. That's what I want. Yeah. I don't even think I need it on the weapon, to be honest. Maybe? I might not need it on the weapon at all. Yeah, I don't think I need it on the weapon. I think it's just on the explosions to make them a little more icky looking. Okay, so we have secondary movement options because the secondary movement is going to be coming from these orbs that he's spawning, right? So we don't need any secondary movement. Is there anything else that we can add to the character that doesn't add a bunch of weight to what we're doing, detail-wise or concept-wise with the orbs? I think he does seem solid. And he's part of the clown species. I guess we should outline also, after we finish this character, I want to like create a list of like some of the different species we have. Or races. I don't know. You know what I mean? We're world building. A little bit at a time here. We've got Rosk. Rosk's species. We have these people that have these ears like this as a species. We have clowns. We have aliens. 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 Bugs. Whatever these ghoulie-like people are, like Spectre. People who come from like the underworld, basically, like with a Spectre. I can even say Anya VA is in there too. With Spectre. I feel like I'm missing one. Mom Sheep, probably from the same area as Spectre. Gloopy's another alien. I feel like I'm missing another one of those like ghoul-like ones. I don't know. I do have demons. We have demons. We have imaginary demon here. I feel like there's another demon. I mean, you might be able to say that Razor Teeth is a demon. Tyson Loves You is kind of like a good demon, I guess. Demons is definitely a category. I do have demons. MJ Tron and Bars are also robots. Yep, we have robots for sure. Where's Emptytron at? Oh, yeah, robot. So I'll see what we can put together for that. Is Ren's done? I think Ren's might be done. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I need to add to Ren's. And I'm trying to get inspiration from some of the other things we've done. I feel like this weapon is weak. I don't like this weapon. I'm trying to think of another weapon design that I could do. Maybe he can combine them to bigger objects as well for bigger explosions. I like that. He can, so these orbs are like magnetized, right? He can also combine them together to make bigger ones. Because if they're magnetic, I almost see them like being able to like, if you get too many too close together, they'll absorb into one bigger ball. Then I can kind of give reason to why you'll want to do this. And can I grab one of my skulls? Watch this. Let's see if we can overlay this. Overlay, can I tint it dark? Yeah, we can tint it dark. And then go to advanced and I can slide alpha on it too. Yeah, I like that better. I like that better. So he can manipulate casting them out and then combining them. Yep, can even act as some sort of mace. Exactly. Another weapon that feeds off the laughter. I don't know, it's the laughing gas. Are they just toxic? It's like toxic. He thinks it's hilarious. I think the poison isn't laughing gas per se, but he thinks it's funny. So like, as a flavor, you could imagine like him doing combat, right? And he blasts a bunch of enemies. Maybe he throws a bunch of orbs all around him and they all explode. And then all those people, you know, are defeated. And then he's like cracking up with like a weird looking, you know, walk with his head dangling around. What if the nose is attached? I can't really illustrate the nose being attached, can I? In a way that makes sense. I don't think that's necessary. I'm trying to see if I like this idea. I might not. Nah, I like the nose being attached how it was. Yeah, I like that. That's fine. Yeah, I like this. Okay. Poison, orbs. Texan has Sir Tex. I'm trying to think of a cool tagline for him. Honk honk. I think honk honk's enough. Honk honk. spawns gaseous orbs. Multiple orbs can combine to one. Orbs explode in noxious gas. Honk, honk. What do you think? Did I already check out that thing I put in the stream submissions? I have not yet. Also form weapons. Okay. All right, Renz. I think Renz is done. What do you guys think? I think Renz is done skis. I'm gonna go ahead and drop him in the stream creations. Sounds good, Sir Tex. Yeah, I'll probably take a look at it. Alright, dropping this in the Stones creation section. This is Renz. There we go. The Renz is complete. Now, of course, what happens is once I have posted it. Sorry, I'm trying to find my phone. Hello. What? What did I do with my phone? Well, what's supposed to happen is now that I've dropped it in Stone Mountain here, I usually reply to the person on TikTok. But since maybe I left my phone somewhere else, I'm gonna go ahead and just move on to the next one for now. But we have to answer some questions first. One, is Renz Team Neptune or Team Ultra Savior? Team Neptune or Team Ultra Savior? Where does Renz fit? Neptune? Neptune? Yeah, he's a pretty strong case, Neptune. So Neptune goes to 31. Renz is done, and he is Team Neptune. All right, let's establish some races here. In the Stones RHG Universe. This is purely on accident, by the way. I just started realizing that there was some commonalities between certain characters. What's up, Oliver? There were some commonalities between some of my characters purely organically. Like, for instance, Raxdem, whatever his people are, they have these kind of like elven ears. And you see that here present on El Stevie. We have demons. We have like ghoul people or people from like the underworld, like Mom Sheep and Spectre and I don't know. I feel like there was somebody else. Like even Skelly Guy can be seen from like the underworld people. Aliens like Rajamations, Kermalerma, Milkvast maybe. Milkvast might be in the same thing as Spectre. But like I started noticing these things purely showing up. The Rosk and Duke McNewt kind of being like heavy brothers. So I don't know what to call some of these, but like I think I should establish some different races. So we have the clowns. With the clowns, we have the heavies. Or I also call them brutes. Brutes. There's aliens. Underworld. I don't know if this is considered races or species. Demons. Cursed children. You guys know about the cursed children? Crow for crow animals. Avians. We could do avians. Maybe there we get more birds in the future. Old people as a race. What else? Gods. Robots. We got robots. I think robots is good enough to have its own category. What's up, random? Dun 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 dun. What else? Cats. We have cats. That's alien. That's kind of like under the underworld. Cursed children. Under sea life? Aquatic? Aquatic. This is weather. Maybe elements? Maybe elements is one of them? I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if elements is enough. I don't want to overdo it either. You know what I mean? I don't want a billion race. I don't want a race for everything up here. Elementals, maybe. I feel like Shadow would be in their underworld. Jello Elemental. I feel like Jelly Jam would be in the demons category, to be honest with you. Jelly Jam. And again, I don't think everything has to have a specific race, because some of it's going to be so blended, you know? Is that my Discord? Yeah, sorry guys. I agree, Connor. I'm just trying to think if there's any more commonalities. Things that we've seen at least twice, you know? Minimum twice. This might be it for now. I mean, that's a lot already. This is a lot. High level Bobo's a clown though too, you know? Where was Vessel? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. See his nose? Baseline? Stone Mountainites? Stone Mountainites? Well, they're all of these people are from Stone Mountain, so I can't be like, these are the Stone Mountainites when they're all from Stone Mountain. You know? That was a red eye? No, that's his nose. His face is back here. His face is kind of like scrunched, and that's his grin. Is there something we can come up with that's like the version of human, I guess? Liquid butter people? I think you'd be in the element of human. I mean, did we just put human? Just put human down? Races? And I don't even know if it's considered races. I don't even know. Species? What's the right word here? Entities? Creatures? Creature types? I feel like race variants, maybe? There's not really one good word for it, I feel like. I think creatures. I guess races? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like creature type. I feel like creature type fits. Because it's all encompassing, right? But this helps us though, because when I'm going to create a character, I can kind of look at this list and be like, can I just start off with one of these? Maybe I make another brute. Maybe I make another clown. Maybe I make something from the underworld, you know? Oh, so you made white people cool. Yeah, exactly. And I want to get away from that. So I think creature type is better. We also might have to go through a period of renaming, because I thought about this, like when I'm making things using people's usernames, that could be problematic for the future. Some of it's not bad, you know, like Nick is just a regular name, but when it's like specifically someone's username, it kind of can strip them of their social capabilities. You know what I mean by that? Is imagine if this was like, I don't know, imagine if one of these guys' name was Mr. Beast, right? So imagine this is Mr. Beast. And Mr. Beast wasn't popular yet, and I made this character for him called Mr. Beast. And then simultaneously, this character gets popular as Mr. Beast, and then Mr. Beast also gets popular. And now there's just like weird conflict of interest between both of the entities. You get what I'm saying? We might have to go through a renaming period too. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, and vice versa. Because I'm sure most of it, if not all of you, are cool with it and don't care. But at the same time, I don't want to, it's kind of like trademark, but it's not even trademark. It's like, I don't want to strip away someone's social media. Because imagine this blows up, like it's really popular. How are you going to feel if your username that you use on all your socials is now like dominated by someone else's presence? So I think I might go through a period where we like things like Boise. His name is Bo Easy, and so I would change his name to Bo Easy, and that way I'm not stepping anyone's direct social media. Neptune can be spelled Neptune instead of 3 U's, you know. Mr. Beastie, yeah. Okay. So we established a couple races or creature types. Oh, we gotta put Rens on the feature list, and we'll move forward. I think having the creature types is gonna help in our creative process. Yeah, like Spectre, that's another one that's like hyper specific to that very user. Spectre can be changed into a different name that doesn't point directly to their social media. I still want that person to feel like the character was created in their honor, and it was created for them to use in their fan arts or whatever, but I don't want it to dominate their space if it became a popular entity, and also so that I can use it in various other things, and we don't step on each other's toes. You know what I mean? But they can still feel like when they see that character in a tournament, like that was my character. That was made for me. Like, that's my guy, you know? That was made in my honor. That's my guy in that universe. What am I doing? I'm putting Rens in here. Making it cool, you gotta name it McWizard, right? Something like that. I mean, McWizard, that's not the best example, because McWizard's another one of his characters. But it's like in the sense of... I think Mr. Beast is the perfect example, to be honest. You know, I make Mr. Beast a character, and then Mr. Beast gets popular, and then Mr. Beast's character in this universe gets popular, and then it's confusing. Yeah. So you'd have to rename it to get away from being on Mr. Beast's radar or stepping on his toes. We are moving on to the next person. The next person on the list is... Let's see... Pan Butelli. Pan Butelli. That's a unique name. Pan Butelli, you know the drill. We got to get rid of everything except for the head. Yeah, Mr. Beast. Yes. Yeah, something like that. But we'll probably have to go through that period. Random color time. Ooh, a sandy looking color. I don't know that I've had this in a minute. Alright, stylus in hand. Pan Butelli. Well, when I look at this, especially with the color, it makes me think of peanut butter. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Pan jelly. Let's do some poses. Peanut people jelly. Is he tall? Ew, I hate working with figures like that, though. What if it's another heavy? A heavy with a heavy pose? This is that creative part, remember? Think about how many times we start on this. Just let things flow out. You know, just do random stuff. Oh, like even that. I went to go erase there. I went to go erase there and it failed. Just let wacky stuff happen. This is another Jelly Jam scenario, though. I also don't want to create the same character again. What's up, Jumbo? How you doing, buddy? I don't want to create another Hobble Hobble Bobo or Jelly Jam. This looks similar already, I feel like. Ah. Oh my god, he could PB and J. Oh. Okay, then if that's true, he has to be like the opposite of Jelly Jam. Like, what's up, Luchar? Oops. He has to be the opposite of Jelly Jam. Like, when he leaves something, it should, like, create a statue of what he wants or whatever. Instead of leaving objects like a liquid, he should leave solids. You know what I mean? Crunchy statues. Thinking. I'm using my thinking. My friend Sean would say. I'm using my thinking. I'm trying to figure out how we can pose him in a way that's like cool. I have this concept of like erasing him. Erasing subsections of him like this. And then like reconnecting them. You know what I mean? But I want to show like that he's created something. I want him to be less goopy and a little more solid than Jelly Jam. How can I illustrate that? Like he's got like a thickness to him. He's not as jelly-like and as liquid-like as Jelly Jam. Peanut brittle? Maybe. Texture-wise, maybe. What's up, RS? How you doing? Maybe there's chunks. More craggly to imitate peanut bits. Yeah, I was thinking about something like that. A little bit of shape-shifting them, like their own body mass is used to make weapons and stuff. That's why there's chunks of missing on them. Interesting. Like instead of splattering, it takes away a certain amount from him. A little trail mix, yeah. Okay. Like, rather than producing more energy, he is, like, moving it to different portions of himself. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, guys. Alright, I have about 20-ish minutes left. Maybe see if we can finish this 10:15. I'm trying to think about how we can flesh this out. I have another, like, July 4th thing to attend. Someone else's birthday is directly after July 4th, so... trying to think about what we could do here. I don't think I need that. I don't think I need the silhouetting. I'll probably have to save the collab thing for a different time, to be honest. Because I didn't expect my time to be cut short right now. Okay. I feel like he needs one more thing, though. I feel like he truly needs one more thing. I don't think he could just be... just using elements of his body to shape his... I think he uses elements of his body to shape different attacks. He doesn't necessarily make a weapon. Like, if he goes to punch, he can throw all of his... He can throw parts of his body to the punch. I think he moves mass around. He can move mass around in his body. But it's not like he's, like, imagine instead of creating a sword, he does a sword swipe attack, and in the middle of him doing the sword swipe attack, he actually forms the sword for the attack, and then it goes away. Maybe he's like Bog. The small chunks of himself can act independent, like a hive mind. Maybe... I kind of want him to create stuff. Maybe. But I want him to have something secondary. Let's see if we can also put him into a race. Or creature type. Creature type. We got brutes, aliens. Right now he's kind of underworldy. He's kind of demonish. He's not going to be a cursed child. He's not an avian. He's not a god. He's not a robot. He's not a cat, aquatic, human. So to me, it's like he's either going to be an alien, underworld, or demon. And I don't think he's an alien. I think he's underworld or demon. So with that in mind, how do we underworld or demon him? He's a demonic peanut elemental. Okay. Demon, I think of like horns. I think of tails. And then usually if I do that, I want to add some kind of effect to it. I don't know if horns fit him. A tail might fit him, though. I kind of like the tail concept here. Oh, that's kind of cool. That was a unique way to get the tail out. Any facial features? What if he has peanut-looking horns like this? I kind of like the peanut horn idea. Or he has broken horns made of peanut. Yeah, he's definitely leaning Neptune hard. I don't think his face is fine. I feel like his ability is he moves his peanut buttery mass throughout his body to empower his attacks. Now, is there anything else I can add? Secondary motion. He's getting some secondary motion away from stuff moving. A pet. I don't think he needs a pet. Does he have a stationary weapon or ability? Maybe. Does he have anything that orbits him? Something that orbits him. I don't think he needs any weapons. I have a rough idea that, like, when he attacks, if he defeats an enemy, he gets to absorb some of their mass. or something. I have this as a rough idea. Like he peanut butterifies people and then he absorbs some of their mass. Like his mass increase. Yeah, like he has more to work with. This is... Okay, here it is. Watch. Let me show you what I see in my head. This is what I see in my brain. And by the way, it makes him way scarier. It makes him way scarier. Like, as a monster and as a concept, he becomes terrifying, in my opinion. What's up, Tiny? Tiny, so basically what happens is people leave a comment on my TikTok, very specifically this TikTok. And then I make you an honorary RHG character that is now in my RHG Stone's RHG Universe, which is the small world we're building out of all of these characters. All I do is I take your username and a random color and I make a character out of it. And I'm going to fight these all 1v1 in a tournament animation. And we're going to see whether it's Team Neptune or Team Ultra Savior that end up on top. And your character will be decided to be on one of those teams based on really its vibes once it's created. What do you guys think of this concept here? Defeated foes turn into a peanut butter mass that he could absorb, into peanut butter that he could absorb to increase his mass. Yes, that's the fan art Queenly made. On the left is Team Neptune, on the right is Team Ultra Savior. It's sick, right? Stone, do you have a memory of a particular moment where you pushed yourself in animation and the effort you made really paid off? I would say Get Stronger and Rebalanced. I pushed myself really hard in Get Stronger specifically, I would say. And that music video ended up doing really, really well for Xiaodo. Even though at the time I felt like I had failed. It ended up being one of his most viewed music videos. And that really, in some way, I feel like I helped in part of his success. And I'm all about helping people and lifting people up, especially creative people. Somebody just commented their name is Tiny something. The father is 6. They used to call me Papa Stone. There was Tiny, it was Tiny something. I'm gonna put Tiny for now. Chunky, Peanut, Monster. I would say it's moves, peanut mass, peanut. Why did I put 2 T's? What am I doing? Hello? Moves peanut mass around to empower attacks. I think that's as simple as that. Moves peanut mass around to empower attacks. Why is it like split up so much? Hello? That's weird. The kerning's on that strange. Why is it like that? Whatever. Tiny face. Okay, there it is. Thank you. Moves peanut mass to empower mass around body. To empower attacks. Defeating enemies turns them into peanut butter. I would say peanut mass that he can absorb. Right? I think that's cool. Is that not cool? I feel like that's cool. Moves peanut mass around body to empower attacks. Defeating enemies turns them into peanut mass that he can absorb. Did I do it again? Are you kidding me? I have a mental disorder, I swear. It certainly is. Why do I say ob? It's ab. I don't know. Is there anything else? I think this is it. So like Boo from DBZ. Kinda. I guess kinda. Chunky, not smooth. There it is. Moves peanut mass around body. I think I could put a round on this line. Around body to empower attacks. Defeating enemies turns them into peanut mass that he can absorb. I think that's clear. I don't know what Dragon Rampa is. Yeah, you misspelled it years ago. I did absorb for... Oh my god. Yeah, so obviously it's stuck in my brain forever. That's so funny. I focus on the name if the name gives me something to work with. I think a good example of one that gives me nothing to work with was like Nick. Like, a lot of names are like this. Nick, and then other ones are really like, are very visual, right? Like Buttersmith, I had like a butter idea. Cassia gives me nothing. Ren's really doesn't give me anything. A Simple Squid gives me something. You know what I mean? All I do is take the name, and I have a random color generator. I generate a random color, and then I go from there. And that's it. Okay, I think Panbuttly is Panbuttly is done. I keep wanting to call him Peanut Buddy. And this is one of those cases of we're gonna have a rename for sure. Panbutelli. Are you still doing Andre's Arena? I am still doing Andre's Arena, but I have like now with this, I'm shifting my focus over to this, but those two universes will overlap. In my mind, at least that's how it is. Panbutelli. All right, Panbutelli. Where does Panbutelli sit as far as being Neptune or Ultra Savior? Neptune or Ultra Savior? What do you guys think? Neptune, into the Neptune team he goes. Neptune, yeah, he's a pretty easy Neptune. Some of these make it easy. Some of them are hard. I will always kind of like open it up to what you guys think, because I've been surprised in the past, but... And Team Neptune takes a numbers lead also off that. And should we also, when it applies, put their creature type down? Like Meow is a cat. You know, is that a thing? Should we do that at some point? I don't know. Clown. I think that might be something. Cloan. That might be something to play with in the future. I don't know how useful that information is on a spreadsheet. I don't know. The spreadsheet is all of the characters and pertinent data about them written down in a list. So the thing that matters the most, I think, is just whether or not they are Neptune or Ultra Savior. I have a counter here for those two things. And then we have creature type, which we just added. I don't know that it matters to outline it. You're getting RHG fighter ideas from chat. I wouldn't say I'm getting them from chat. I think it's more of like a collaborative thing to help get ideas going. But I'm creating characters to put them in one universe, and I'm taking the names from people who are leaving comments on TikTok, and I'm creating them honorary characters in this universe. So these were all TikTok commenters that we're following, and I just made a character in their honor in this universe off of this post here. And today we made Renz and Pan Butelli. If I'm saying that right, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and post those up in the chat. Pan Butelli. I like Pan Butelli. Gonna go ahead and export this. But if you don't have TikTok, then I unfortunately won't be able to add you for now. Originally, I was going to be doing this whole process privately, but I decided to stream it because I felt like there could be some value that you guys were getting out of it here. I'm not streaming it on TikTok because I just don't like how they have everything laid out for it yet. Maybe in the future I stream on TikTok. But, yeah. This is pretty cool. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for now. We actually did a really good pacing this time. They usually take a lot longer, so maybe that little bit of a break refreshed my mind a little bit. How many times are you gonna draw these RHG characters? How many of them am I gonna make? I don't know yet. I'm gonna go until I don't feel like doing it anymore. Currently, we have now made... we're up to Lemonio will be next, and that will be the 64th character. 64th character. We've made 63 of them now. 63 characters in the Stones RHG universe. I don't know how many I'm going to do. I'm going to keep doing it until I feel like I can't be creative anymore. And so far, somehow, I feel like you've gotten more creative over time and not less creative. This does not feel like 63. It doesn't, but it is. Isn't that weird? This doesn't look like 63 to me either. But this is their names right here. There's no added name here that we didn't point specifically to and give it a classification of Neptune or Ultra Savior, so it lines up, believe it or not. How many is just in this row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So there's 9 in this row. This is definitely the most dense row. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows. You know? I guess it makes sense, you know? 8 rows, and if we average, 8 per row on average, that gets us in the 60s. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know, Mike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. I don't know. I don't know, man. I promise. There's no... As far as I know, there's no double people in this list. There's no... extra names duplicated. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am. We did it together. That's one thing. That's one way of verification, I guess, is that we did it literally together on stream, one at a time. But the crazy thing is there's still... we may have created 63 of them, but there's still 27 more to go if I even finish this list, right? So, but I'm going to try my best. But anyways, friends, I'm going to head off for now. Maybe I get on later again tonight and we create some more. I am still constantly looking at Stone Mountain, the Discord, so if you want to be in there and continue the conversation, look at some of the fan art that has been created. Like today, we saw that Queenly made this, which is what is our background now on the side there. Super cool. This is Neptune and Ultra Savior, the two brothers. I think this is a really, really good representation of them. I think it's super, super cool. You have Duke McNewt kind of altering and making his character a little more his own. Fossil the Brute, which I think is really cool. Cassia did a thing for her character. What else? There was the banner that Crow for Crow was working on. This is another really cool Ultra Savior art. Crow for Crow made up here. I'm trying to find it. The Team Neptune banner. Super cool. And I believe he's updating this as well as we get more Team Neptune people, so that's really cool. But I urge you, join the Team Mountain, or Stone Mountain, sorry. I'm constantly, my brain is never not thinking about this right now, so even if I'm not live streaming, I'm coming up with other ideas. Yeah. But anyways, friends, thank you so much for joining, and I will be live probably tonight, later tonight maybe. If not, I'll see you again on my next stream, whatever that may be. I try to plan getting on for a couple hours a day at minimum. So, yeah. I love you all. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Bye. Bye.